What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. This is a first impressions. I'm going to be trying it on camera with you guys and giving you my thoughts, showing you the texture, the packaging, the consistency, the finish, the coverage, all of that good stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about this concealer, definitely keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy this video. It really means a lot to me. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. With the amount that this concealer costs, it better be the holy grail of all concealers. Is it too early for pumpkin flavored drinks? I was in Harris Teeter today, and they have Starbucks in the grocery store, which is like, I can't pass it up. If I see a Starbucks on the road, I'm able to exert some self-control. Whereas if I'm in a store and there's a Starbucks right there and I can smell the coffee, self-control goes out the window. And they had a sign for all the new pumpkin drinks, and even though it's like 90 degrees outside today, I had to get one. If you see some flashing in the lighting, I'm very sorry. I think I need to get a new light bulb for my studio lights. But as of now, this is all I have, and if I turn it off, it's going to be way too dark. So hopefully it's not too distracting. Hopefully the camera's not picking up on it too much. But we are here to talk about this new concealer. If you don't know, Charlotte Tilbury is a British makeup artist. Her aesthetic is very old Hollywood, very voluptuous, Victoria's Secret-esque. I've loved so many products that I've tried from her, and a lot of her products are very hot right now, trending on TikTok and other social media sites. I'm really intrigued. I have high hopes for this concealer. It is a little bit pricey. It retails for $33 on Charlotte Tilbury's website, and you get 0.25 ounces of product. So Charlotte Tilbury claims that this is a merging of science and color. It has a lot of skincare benefits infused in this formula. Dark circles appear reduced by 40%. Smoother skin, boost hydration, hyaluronic acid, golden vitamin C, collagen, and niacinamide are some of the ingredient shout-outs. Those are all really great skincare ingredients. It claims to conceal, correct, brighten, and lift the look of skin, 16-hour wear, and it's medium to buildable coverage. The packaging looks really nice. I love the gold detailing, and the doe foot actually seems to be a little bit on the smaller side, but we shall see how it applies to the product. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put on some foundation, and I'll be back to test the concealer with you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out this concealer. So I have foundation on. It looks a little bit thicker, and just for reference, I do have the shade 2.5 Fair. It looks a little bit light right now, but it's okay, we'll just go for a more brightened effect. Let's do one eye at a time. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more. It is a little bit on the thicker side. It's easy to blend out, and it's not dry, but it's not like a super liquidy or thin concealer, kind of like the Maybelline Fit Me, where a lot of it can spread. It's really stretchy, like it can go a long way. This one's a little bit thicker, so it's going to stay put where you placed it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more. And I would say right off the bat, it's giving me medium coverage. Now that I have it blended out with the brush, I'm going to go ahead and use my finger to just melt it into the skin a little bit and get rid of any brush strokes that I have. Here is without concealer, and here is with the concealer applied. I'll go ahead and zoom you guys in too, so you can really see how it looks sitting on top of my skin. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, do the other eye, finish up my makeup, and then I'll be back to give you guys my first impressions on this concealer. Alright guys, so the rest of my makeup is complete, and I have some thoughts on the concealer. So first of all, I think it is a beautiful concealer if you're looking for a medium coverage with a dewy, radiant finish. The texture of the concealer is actually surprisingly a little bit more on the thicker side. It's almost paste-like, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean When I hear the words dewy or radiant or hydrating, I automatically think of something more emollient, a little bit more oily, a little bit more spreadable, more creamy. This is creamy, but it's very thick and very almost sticky. I think the stickiness is what lends itself to the long wear claim. I will put a note in the description box how this wears for the rest of the day. I am going to be wearing it for the rest of the day, so I'll go ahead and keep you guys updated. It does claim to have 16-hour wear, so I think that sticky, tacky finish is going to help with that. I will say that because of the more tacky consistency, you want to apply the concealer where you want the coverage. What I mean by that is, like, some concealers you can put a lot right here and then it'll spread very far. This concealer does not spread very well, especially not with a brush. It spreads better with your fingers because the warmth of your fingers is going to help heat that product up a little bit. A sponge or fingers are probably your best bet for really spreading the concealer, but I would say overall you're going to have to really use that doe foot applicator to apply the concealer where you want it, and where you apply it is really where it's going to stick. So that can be a pro or con depending on what you're looking for. I just want to let you guys know that that is how this concealer is. It's not really like any other concealer that I've tried. It kind of reminds me of the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer if you've tried that, or the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer. It's a little bit thicker. It's not like a Maybelline Fit Me or a Kosas Revealer Concealer. It has a similar finish to the Kosas Revealer Concealer in that it is very hydrating and illuminating to the under eye. Kosas Revealer is definitely thinner and a lot more spreadable. You can possibly get full coverage with this, but you're going to have to use a lot of product. And with this particular doe foot applicator, it's actually kind of hard to get a lot of product on there. I found myself having to dip in multiple times to get the amount of product that I wanted. So just something to keep in mind. The doe foot is a little bit smaller, it's a little bit thicker, and you're going to have to use quite a bit to get the full coverage. I would say if you're looking for a long wear, medium coverage concealer that has more of a dewy, radiant, creamy finish, you will like this. I did set this concealer with a translucent powder. If you want to know what products I used, I will list them in the description box down below. I felt like I needed it personally because I do have more hollowness under my eyes. My under eye darkness isn't always the most pronounced, but I always have under eye like bags and hollowness because my eyes are a little bit more deep set. One of the things that I look for the most in concealers is that it's going to almost smooth out this under eye area. That's what I personally like on myself. And I feel like this concealer by itself does not do that. Whereas something like my Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer or the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer, I feel like those are a little bit more smoothing on the under eyes. The Charlotte Tilbury, it doesn't emphasize dryness or anything, but it almost highlights the hollowness I have because it's more reflective and has that more dewy finish. So if you don't suffer from bags or that's not one of your big issues, then you might not be bothered by that. But if you do want more of a smooth effect under the eyes, you are going to have to go in with a powder to set it and just dull down that radiant finish a little. So yeah guys, those are my first impressions. What do you think of this concealer? Have you tried it? Are you thinking about trying it? I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Overall, I do like this concealer. I'm going to have to keep testing it to see if it's going to be a new favorite. I think it has potential and I'm excited about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. Give this video a thumbs up and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.